Good morning, everybody. This is Kevin Cahill from the Irish American Club of Berkshire County, and I join you this beautiful sunny morning from the studios of Pittsfield Community Radio, WTBR 89.7 FM and 88.1 WSBR in Lee. I hope everyone enjoyed their 4th of July holiday. I know I did. And in lieu of that, on this day, we'll be playing some good music for you. We're going to be hearing from Sean O'Riordan, Breonna McVitie, David Kincaid, Martin Hayes, Patrick Ball, who we've been playing a lot of lately, and the Dropkick Murphys. So I hope we're going to start off with a sound that you like with Sean O'Riordan with the Marshall Leash, the March of the King of Leash.
She's the queen of the county down, the flower of Macaralio. With that narration I did gaze upon this blue-eyed maiden, Adam wasn't half so pleased when he met Eve in Eden. Her skin was like the lily white that grows in yonder valley. She's my queen and my heart's delight, the flower of Macaralio. Like Venus bright, she did appear, my charming blue-eyed Sally. She's the girl that I love dear, the flower of Macaralio. I hope the day will surely come when we'll join hands together, and I'll bring home the one I love in spite of wind and weather. Let them all say what they will, let them reel and rally. I will wed the girl I love, the flower of Macaralio.
Would we desert you now, flag of the free, when we a solemn vow, flag of the free, you from all harm to save made when we crossed the wave, and you a welcome give, flag of the free. Whose aid to cheer us came, flag of the free. When to proud England she aimed, flag of the free. Famine swept o'er our land, and the ravaged every band, and loosed the tyrant's hand, flag of the free. Yeah. flag of the free. Would we now disown, flag of the free? You to whose halls we fled, you in whose cause we bled, bearing you at our head, flag of the free. Could we desert you now, flag of the free? And to black traitors bow, flag of the free. Never through good until Ireland her blood will spill, bearing you onward still, flag of the free.
Welcome back to the Sunday Sounds of Ireland. This is Kevin Cahill playing for you at 89.7 FM WTBR Pittsfield Community Radio and 89.7 WTBR, 88.1 WSBR in Lee. It was quite a set we played there. The last tune you heard was from David Kincaid, his CD, The Songs of the Union and Confederate Soldiers. Actually, it's a 2-CD set. The tune you heard was the Irish American song. And before David, you heard from Fiona McVitie, folk singer from the north of Ireland, from her album We Are the Wildlife. And the name of the tune is The Flower of Mahergally. And you started off with a real classic from Sean Riada, his concert in Chagaity many years ago, with the March of the King of Laois, Marshal Rí Lísha. It's the name of that song. It was nice to see everyone in the parade. I'm especially appreciative of the Breffni School of Irish Dance and the lovely float that was created and decorated by the Pittsfield Irish Sister City Committee, as well as the float that was done by the Breffni School of Irish Dance. Very impressive. And I was happy to be honored by Kevin Sherman as the Berkshire County Irish American of the Year, as he rode through the parade greeting all the people who were happy to see him. So we had a good time in the parade, and we look forward to next year, and I hope you guys all enjoyed it as much and contribute to the support of that parade. And now we're going to be hearing from Thin Lizzy.
a ring, dum-a-doo-dum-a-da. Wait for my daddy-o. Wait for my daddy-o. There's whiskey in the jar. Seven. In one Captain Farrell, I jumped up, fired up my pistols, and I shot him with both barrels. Mushering, dum-a-doo-dum-a-da. Wait for my daddy-o. Wait for my daddy-o. There's whiskey in the jar. And some men like a fowling, and some men like to hear a cannonball rolling. But me, I like sleeping, especially in my mindless chamber. But here I am in prison, here I am with a ball and chain, yeah. Much a ring, dum-a-doo-dum-a-da. Wait for my daddy-o. Wait for my daddy-o. There's whiskey in the jar. And I got drunk on whiskey-o.
Some great button accordionist things going on there. From Micheál O'Brien with the real Nora Creona. And before that, you heard from Martin Hayes and Brooklyn Ryder from their best-selling album, The Butterfly, with a reel called Bob and Bernie. And we started off that set with a very familiar tune from a great band. From the very best of Thin Lizzy, we had Whiskey in the Jar. And now we're going to be hearing from Telefis. It's a Dublin band.
A long-lost war parade ground. Trenches bridge horizons. We slept the night in loose soil. At dawn, we started running. We started running. We started running. Come on and drown my human knees and elbows. She's up the cup of sorrows high. Battle join for the free gold coins assemble. Raise up the cup of sorrows high. Uncle easy traverse the river Styx in a hovercraft with Oreo speedwagon. Twigs in his hair and his skin quite green and yellow. Easy got back from the dead. He says it's great to have Syphilis. The people just had torn a fellow. Cockatoos and bonesaws. As those inbred give speeches, you terminate all these sins. A sacrifice is called for. Run for gold, run for gold. The Tsar will be retiring to celebrate the forest. You go with him if you want to. Come on, stampede. We'll bind you into hay bales. You serve us scant pleasure. Come on and have your hysterics, and then stampede, stampede to Hadinka.
I shall maintain the principle of autocracy just as firmly as it was preserved by my unforgettable dead father. Those who believe they can share the government dream senseless dreams.
Boats and cockatoos on our heads, here to review the deaths. Like a ballet or an exhibition or an amusement. So the Tsar doesn't need to. No, he certainly doesn't need to. Mickey got crowned. Nothing else matters. Measy slept around till a drug deal in Marseille in 1969. Mickey's physician from Inverness carried bottles of baby plasma so there could be tests. And the tests would go well every time Mickey commanded. Carlos Ramirez from down Venezuela way took hostages all the way from Helsinki, shackled to his gypsy caravan. Little Richard led the singing by the fishermen and patriarchs. Consecrations on trestle tables, every 20 feet in the throng.
apprenticed in trade I was bound, and many an hour of sweet happiness I spent in that neat little town. Then bad misfortune befell me and caused me to stray from the land, far away from my friends and companions, to follow the Black Velvet Band. As I was out strolling one evening, not intending to stay very long, I met a frolicsome damsel as she came tripping along. Oh, what she pulled out her pocket and slipped it right into my hand. On the very first night that I met her, bad luck to the Black Velvet Band. Her eyes, they shone like the diamond. You'd think she was queen of the land. And her hair all over her shoulder, tied up in a black velvet band. Before judge and jury next morning, both of us did appear. A gentleman claimed his jewelry, and the case against us was clear. Now 7 long years transportation, right down to Van Diemen's Land, far away from my friends and companions, to follow the Black Velvet Band. Her eyes, they shone like a diamond. You'd think she was queen of the land. And her hair all over her shoulder, tied up in a black velvet band. So come all you jolly young fellows, I'll have you take a warning by me. Now whenever you're out on the liquor, beware of the pretty Pauline. She'll fill you with whiskey and porter until you're not able to stand. And the very next thing that you know, you landed in Van Diemen's Land. Her eyes, they shone like the diamond. You'd think she was queen of the land. And her hair all over her shoulder, tied up in a black velvet band. Black velvet band!
The Dropkick Murphys can always be depended upon for a rousing version of whatever song they're singing. And you heard a rousing version there of the Black Velvet Band from their album Blackout. And number 2 in that set, we heard from Patrick Ball playing the Celtic harp, slightly different than the non-Celtic harp. But 2 reels there, one lament actually, Susie McGuire and Bridget Geary. And before that, we started off the set from Telefiche, from their album On, which means one, and the song Stampede. A full range of what's playing in Dublin these days, I would think. On this day in Irish history, in 1995, on July 8th, Ryanair began operations with an inaugural flight between Waterford and London Gatwick of a 15-seater turboprop plane. It was a modest beginning for what would become the largest airline in Europe and the 5th largest globally, carrying 138.9 million passengers in 2018. A small contingent of people, including the mayor of Waterford, boarded the aircraft, which was scheduled to travel from Waterford to Gatwick once a day from Monday to Friday. Originally, Ryanair catered to business people, offering the flight for £190 return, less than the $210 that was standard for return Dublin-London tickets at the time. In its first year, Ryanair carried 15,000 passengers on this route. Ryanair was started by Tony Ryan, a businessman from Thurles, County Tipperary, who had previously worked for Aer Lingus. In its first 3 years of operations, the airline accumulated losses of £20 million. However, in 1987, Ryan hired Michael O'Leary as his personal financier and tax advisor, a step that revolutionized the company. O'Leary drew inspiration from Southwest, an American low-fare operator established in 1971. He would later tell the Financial Times, quote, "We went to look at Southwest. It was like the road to Damascus. This was the way to make Ryanair work," unquote. Fast forward to 2009, and its market capitalization at the end of the financial year for that year was $7.5 billion, twice that of British Airways. It achieved this by relentlessly driving down fares across Europe. Ryanair also hasn't been short of controversy, with O'Leary referring to EU commissioners as, quote, "communist morons," unquote, and officials at the British Airport Authority as, quote, "overcharging rapists," unquote. He has also made some bizarre suggestions over the years, such as slapping heavier passengers with a fat tax and forcing people to pay to use the toilet on his flights. In his own words, quote, "We specialize in cheap publicity stunts." And so there you have it from Mr. Ryanair. Goodness. And now we're going to be hearing for Arthur's Day, a song about Arthur Guinness from Christy Moore.
Diageo, Diageo have mounted the crusade, creating Arthur's Day. They've suckered us into their charade. Start 'em off on Alka-Pops, tastes just like lemonade. Get 'em into the hit while they're younger and none the wiser. Diageo pumped the volume up on Arthur's Day, with the Manic Street Preacher's primal scream, Tom Jones and David Gray. To flog the alcohol, they're revving the youngsters up on a mighty spree. Twitter and Facebook telling them where the Mumfords are going to be. It's happy, 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 happy Arthur's Day. It's a happy, 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 clappy advertising scheme. They're insensibly, they implore us, as their hosannas sound a never-ending chorus. Kids get hooked on the fantasies that flash before us. At opening time, Arthur's alcoholiday, it's coming round again. He's the patron saint of porter, canonized by the advertising men. The medics in the ambulance work overtime. The A&E is like at the wrong tank in the firing line. Diageo goes AWOL at closing time. Everybody knows it's happy, 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 happy Arthur's Day. It's a happy, 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 clappy advertising scheme. They're insensibly, they implore us, as their hosannas sound a never-ending chorus. Kids get hooked on the fantasies they flash before us. At opening time, Diageo, Diageo have mounted the crusade.
It's a working man I am, and I've been down underground. And I swear to God, if I ever see the sun, offer any length of time, I will hold it in my mind. And I never again will go down underground. At the age of 16 years, he quarreled with his peers, who vowed they'd never see another one. Through the darker recess of the mind, where you age before the time, and the cold dust lies heavy on your lungs. It's a working man I am, and I've been down underground. And I swear to God, if I ever see the sun, offer any length of time, I will hold it in my mind. And I never again will go down underground. At the age of 64, oh, he'll greet you at the door, and he'll gently lead you by the arm through the darker recess of the mind. Oh, he'll take you back in time, and he'll tell you of the hardships that were had. It's a working man I am, and I've been down underground. And I swear to God, if I ever see the sun, offer any length of time, I will hold it in my mind. And I never again will go down underground. It's a working man I am, and I've been down underground. And I swear to God, if I ever see the sun, offer any length of time, I will hold it in my mind. And I never again will go down underground. No, I never again will go down underground.
I'll ne'er forget when first we met. The years were long and lean, and a war did rage upon the stage, and a ship sailed on the sea. It's true to say life's but a play that's been well planned. souls, bound for Van Diemen's Land. Bound for Van Diemen's Land, brave boys, far, far across the sea. If you don't stand with cap in hand, transported you will be. And as we sail, blows wild the gale, dark shadows guard the grill. They try in vain our minds to chain, our thoughts of freedom kill. And as we sulk in convict hulk, with shackled feet and hands, oh, men, be free who poachers be, bound for Van Diemen's Land. Bound for Van Diemen's Land, brave boys, far, far across the sea. If you don't stand with cap in hand, transported you will be. From east or west, man's but a jest, for freedom's free for all. You're free to die, but don't ask why. When blows the bugle call, their heartless lips will convey ships with lies still in command. Oh, their ships today still plough their way, bound for Van Diemen's Land. Bound for Van Diemen's Land, brave boys, far, far across the sea. If you don't stand with cap in hand, transported you will be.
And this is Kevin Cahill saying goodbye for another week. Please listen to our show again next week, and please listen to all the locally produced programming here at Pittsfield Community Radio, WTBR 89.7 FM and 88.1 in Lee, WSBR. Gurum Ugat Akashahi Shahugan.